Alrighty. Short stream, cause I need to do stuff. I need to do stuff later on today. So short. Short. Right. I need anything. Let's talk tones.
If it's knowledge you seek,
I'm gonna go to the ironworks. Kinda help me get my girl.
I know my letters.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Hey, level 6.
There is
Living
a
life.
rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Entry form Dalmatia and the Duchy of Rosario. The year 850 is preserving the free city Canberra from claiming independence from the Republic, while the alliance eventually became a three-way affair with Sambrak joined one between the Dalmatians and the Rosarians remained particularly strong, with Rosaria sharing the secret of vital techniques such as irrigation and the free flow of various diplomats between the two nations. Oh.
You wish to study the tomes?
Bestiary.
Did you learn
Right.
everything you needed?
I must go. The Ironworks.
I were right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aina Yar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh? The
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Alex! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come.
Behind me, Lord Rosfield. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Behind you? I'll have you know that breaking here one stuck fear into the heart of every man in the Clint.
That's better. Let's try.
How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast! Old? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next?
I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
It's over!
I love that Kamehameha. Enemy slain. Mission complete.
That was easy enough.
All right, you loud sail!
You heard the captain.
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Slave.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are.
Right, Lord Rosfield?
A boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Always in my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through a maiden's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it! Let's do the lot!
Keep them busy. Mega flare it. 3, 2.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, grab for it!
Ah, I should have named my title Enterprise Engage. Phooey.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
I hear it.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Euthos.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Great God of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
It's the medicine girl. Weird.
between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos, gosh!
One of us.
Hard port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell! At a starboard!
Through the maelstrom.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas? Nice try.
Before I go in there, let's check the other things. Back home. Fooey. Hey, up there. Oh, that can't stop. There's a
Proper fight at last. You're all going to die.
I need to hurry.
No! There he is! He wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra shotgun!
Well, oh.
She must be here somewhere.
Level up then. I don't make feedback. Beautiful. One pot. One of my
Many of us, and only one. Stay down!
Go backwards.
Come on, get up! We know this. The king can fight his own battles.
Oh, the ship is sinking.
Jill,
You came.
get back.
Yay!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Oh, cool. Cut the ocean path. People remove. The king didn't care.
think so. But to where?
Barnabas.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering.
Suffering?
You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it
Why
is
does
time
his
you learn the inevitability
power
of your
move, his double
divine
trigger look like a
fate.
plane?
However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
I have no potions. I'm probably gonna lose this and have to restart.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do.
If only to remind you of your duty.
Rise, Mythos.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Custom trees.
you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon. Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods!
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become.
Yes, I know. That's...
But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was.
Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Hmm.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so low. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me.
I see now. I think this is more just him copying it. Peace.
If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough, whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Ooh, a prom. Oh well, 50 people. 50% of people are here now. Also now I have Shiva. True?
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Shiva. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Attuned to, Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect. Yeah, well, I say yada yada yada. Oh, it's a dash.
We should visit Joshua. Assuming time.
So, it's a dash. I can replace Phoenix with my girl.
Allow it.
Oh. It was fun while last. Oh, it's a dashback as well. Oh, wow. Pretty good. I'll first talk with the mermaid and see if my brother can chill.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken, It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps... perhaps the prince feels the same.
The Crystal Dominion. Nameless slump.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
As for me, I'm gonna go do some side quests.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
Clive. Here you go.
Huh.
Seen enough?
Probably do some side quests and stop there.
Heard the bad news then, did ya?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at Aoife like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be...
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well... I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there.
Prioritize. Are there any? Oh, let's go to Mid's dungeon. Go this place here. I'll make friends. Should I talk to Vivian? I should.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true. Ah, Clive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on...
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have, we have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on...
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better.
But no splinters.
All right, all right. If it will get you out, but interrupt me, and it's over. Barnabas Tham, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were right back. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing.
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivi.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I could keep doing the story.
Clive, what is it that you wish to learn?
Ooh, they have the heart. Nice.
Study it well, Clive. Very good.
Always good to help. Yeah.
Please, Your Grace. Ah, my Lord Marquis. It was the greatest honor of my life.
To be appointed protector to His Grace, I have served in that capacity since he first began his journey across Valen, the purpose of which are twofold: to further the undying knowledge of ultimate, and to further His Grace's knowledge of human. After he learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigation of my fellow acolytes, we learned that you've taken the name of Sid.
But now?
Our journey together is at an end. His great bid me remain here to protect those you and he. You.
So I bid you.
My lord, if I might be of so please, look after me in my stead.
Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone here has been most welcome. Lady Taja has been especially gracious. Though I know something of medical arts, it's hardly enough to warrant a claim of one skill.
I must admit.
First I doubted her praise was sincere. First, trained in which few simple skills might serve us in the field, but there is certainly no praise for those who excel in such endeavors.
But I see now.
That This is your way. You encourage each other that might lend their strength to the cause, no matter how slight their contribution.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but...
But
his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
for Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
All right, that is. We'll get all the questions here, and then I'll do them. Oh, let's see who you're after.
Then again, why settle for low-born chaff when we've honest-to-goodness royalty right here beneath our roof? If Prince Dion cannot see my love for him...
Oh God, stay away! You stay away from my brother.
will.
I'm gonna have to kill you. Stay away from my brother, you crazy, crazy lady. Or I'm going to have to murder you.
With Canva in the hands of a Kashik, we'll need to find another port.
Preferably one as well hidden as the ironworks.
Sick.
Don't tell me. You need...
Oh no, we still got plenty of... I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of... let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge. That's for only mithril engines get hotter. And you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need, and I hear, you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that.
If it's for the good of the hideaway... Oh. So...
We've got a couple of examples here.
It's more fallen material, so this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else. And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
All right, let's there.
How was she?
I have to check something. Alright, the thing I have to do, I don't need to do anymore. I have to do something else later, but I think I could do a
Can we
few
read Miss Editor's
requests.
story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
I finally finished the book I was writing. You're welcome to read it. If young Jocelyn hasn't already defiled its pages with his infernal scribblings.
Your story is actually very inspiring.
Can
Learn
the
to write
loss?
as you want to tell stories. Oh my god, that brings some warmth into the cold, dead part of mine. Cold, dark.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Boots?
Oh!
No,
Be seeing ya.
They're goods.
Trouble with your gear, or...
The Enterprise.
Yeah.
The blinding thing flew. Did it?
The weight of all that shit.
It had me knocked out. I thought it sunk straight to the bottom. Anyways, the way with Mid's inventions, though, isn't it? You ain't got a clue what the hell's you're looking at when she hands you the design, but they always seem to work.
Clever girl, that one.
A right boiled are sometimes, but clever all the same.
Not saying fortune, do you?
I saw.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, right? That it?
I should see what this ice sword looks
Don't
like.
tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Yeah.
Farmers are
abandoned.
abandoned.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Bless them. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better
The
all
last
be here.
elixir.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm not robbing you blind. Damn. Depending on what the sword looks like. Stormcaller. Gaia. Ooh, ice. Oh. I should go to the room and read the letter. See if the wife is
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastport, but as soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to return.
Yeah, kid. Good on you.
There but one crystal left. Needs cracking. And but one man who can do it. See that you don't miss. I am another curse breaker that grew concerned regarding the well-being of the captain. Despite the apparent unrest, her recent investigation has visited upon her. Lady Dory's refusal of all offers assistance. It is not too much trouble. I would ask that you please speak, Captain, and learn what troubles her deep.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me.
Doris.
But I can speak to her at least.
Prioritize. Ah, shit. I only get 3 active quests. So, let's see. That one. Healing the Phoenix is not a priority.
awfully thin these days.
I thought. Oh, shite. Shite. 1 or 2 quests with the sword. So the permanent party members is Joshua, Jill, Torgal, and myself. 2 fire users, nice. What the?
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on...
Did she?
Following up on some... Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their...
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beast. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Holy shit. Alright. Martha's Rest, there's 2. Well, everybody. Oh, there's another one further away from here.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Martha?
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade. Seeds for planting. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need, but if Eastpool's going to survive, as of those poor bears, they've lived their whole lives in servitude. But now, small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports that Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it. But I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. There. That should...
Gizal greens.
Not the most mouth-watering. Better that than something... And Chocobo's lovely, ain't exactly succulent.
I'll take your word.
Anyway, I'll go up there.
I'm sure you would.
Oh.
Ah, what brings you to Eastpool? A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then. I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat field, but they'd long since gone to seed. Only without the seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one mark. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports.
The Horde is They're coming, Sir Wade.
Oh. Damn it all. I thought we'd have more. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek. A veritable legion of them.
They've been seen prowling around the... We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just...
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might...
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the
You're right. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
I know it's supposed to be like for the pan.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory?
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm.
All right, let's see how this.
And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Come on, guys. I need you guys to actually attack me. Or for me to charge faster. This is ridiculous. Okay, good shot. Good shot. Barnabas!
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Ah, no, Crystal. Boo. Okay.
Come to tell me an Akashic Curl's heading towards the rest? Get yourself down there. We can handle things here.
Next one's mine. I might...
The Curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest.
Excellent. But in my chocobo. Get over here, Ambrosia. Oh, scared not. Where are you? Oh, it's the coral.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Laser!
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate the I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet. I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We saved East... Thank you, my...
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before, but now we do. We really...
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us. And still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind, we're free men now. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. This is our home. And if anyone or anything try...
They'll have us to answer.
Come on then.
This village isn't gonna
They're not slaves anymore.
No. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is...
I believe you might...
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help. After all, this is my home now, too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my...
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting out. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on...
Of course. And I'd be counting us Rosarians have got to stick together.
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them.
All right.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our clearing the goblins from the Stillwind? There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
Sir Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Order of no quartet. Man, I need to get used to it. Actually, I got... Martha?
The hero? It's lucky you came by when not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved it.
I just did what I...
And it's only right that you take it before...
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet and a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd...
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled, and then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Mission complete.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't really have to.
Nearly done.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin? Look for busy bladesmiths.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes.
What are you after? There you go. Thanks very much. Take care out there, eh?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety.
The Baum archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Go get the thingy from there, and then go down there, and then do the thingy, and then the wood and the one, the love and the deep. Oh shit! Need to do that.
Come on.
How strong are these guys actually? Oh, they're 33. Third. It's weird.
Time to fight.
I don't need to fight these.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Well, won't do anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
And the right isn't that good. Oh god. Come out now. This is something I always keep familiar.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can. All right. No use calling Ambrosian. No.
There's no one here. Oh yeah, this is the place where they basically hung up her pickup. Oh, terrible. Terrible. Goblin mugger.
Come on.
Like the wind. Go, Ambrosian. Like the wind. Okay. Through here.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver I want?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready to bear it.
Back to civilization, is it?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before... It appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your rest.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I surrender.
Cid.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to, but casting your lot with this criminal...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Cid. I should have told you. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of... She raised me like a daughter, and I did.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the book, but you proved yourself a master of both. How about it?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever to liberate the bearers of this. Farewell, master. Thank you.
You always were a right. Perhaps that's the reason I love.
Well, terrible moms aside.
What do you want to do with...
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is...
All right.
I am. And thank you for everything.
And I should head back to the hideaway.
I believe there's one more thing I can do here. What? No, that. Boo! Boo! Boo this game!
Welcome back, Cid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former... She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, or she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you... Anyway, thanks again, Cid.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Well, quest complete. Still booing this game for making me come here. Fuck Joe.
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash, and has even agreed to forgo payment. Until our return, that is.
since I'm here, I'll turn in the goddamn other one.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Yote, I brought back all the stone.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us until we...
I'm very glad to hear it.
You and His Grace are very much alike. You think only of how you might help others, and never...
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him.
I am honored, but I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others.
I'll keep that in mind.
Did I level up? Haha! 40! Let's talk to Tarsha.
Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you...
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to... Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the
I'm sure it will be very helpful in Tyre. Try not...
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to... I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his...
Who indeed?
I mean, Yote's there. What the hell did I get? Wait. Did I get it? It's weird. Oh my lord.
Good girl. Damn it. The whole village is turned. No need to ride from here.
Oh, it's a wall. That's actually good.
You're finished.
Did I do anything here in this village? I don't remember.
Come on.
Hey, it's bombs. No, goodbye. I'm level 40 right now. I don't have the experience to give me.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Guess you're all ready. You're a fine hound. This is it. Right then.
I feel like this is not the place I should go. Go to North Region thing here. In Sembrak.
Welcome, welcome. An excellent choice.
Excellent.
Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
And you're just gonna fall into love.
It's the Dane.
I don't trust this Duke.
There's a Duke.
Oh, my wards and I may soon be without her.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken...
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his Radiance at the head of the... Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title.
And what does he want with North?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build in. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his...
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason...
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support, but given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you, for your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from... Well?
Sure.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Tell me then. Well, in the garrison?
Overseeing the troop.
All right.
Prioritize. Let's see. Huh.
I may have met this duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison we want.
We already have a leader in the Dane.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to...
We're under orders not to let any civilians... But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard... Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword, and I shall see... But tell me, is it...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned, but no more. For it is they who shall see...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison, well, which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or... The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly...
The people will do as they... If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require one whose authority is... That is why this levy is... So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfit... And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to...
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of you would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have...
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to...
Without an empire...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for...
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens... I wonder what the people really think of... It wouldn't hurt to ask them. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
Right there. What?
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of...
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer. And now he's trying to drive us out completely. Threatening to take everything we got from us. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
That so-called Duke is asking too much.
Half of what comes in is barely fit for pressing. The garrison salvaged what they could.
A question. What do you think of the Duke?
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for... We'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
sell anything today?
I've been hearing a lot of talk.
Nothing good, I'll wait. Going around acting like he owns them, and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town.
I take it you'd rather she was in.
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Full. It is lucky.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies. I mean, look around us. You can see the state. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do.
And why should we welcome them out? We already have a leader in the Dane.
Well, what do you think?
A whole day to dry some blood. Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, it's eminent. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but once Sandbreck is back on her feet... What?
One at a time now. Is enough for
You're the one who was talking to...
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. But that's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue skin...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
Captain.
For you? Thank you for last. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke. Do you intend to go along with it?
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Were you able to speak?
I was.
Well,
It will certainly help to, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke...
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies... The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow, and not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the... Thank you for...
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in. I told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a... Because I realized what really matters. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care protecting. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together. And with you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally convinced. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northwick. We have only to turn our attentions to the... Thank you, Philippe, for showing me...
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope from, especially with men like you and Philippe to... I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still... But I suspect I shall have to call upon... Until then...
Until then...
New management. Cool. Alright, how do we go get another piece of that science doohickey?
Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me clapped in irons. Fetch!
I saw the captain just now. He's wearing his uniform.
Because he handed it in along with his sword. Said he'd find a better way to protect the town.
I would speak with this Duke about the demands he's made of me and my fellow traders.
The Duke might have soldiers at his beck and call.
What does the Dane have to say about all this?
I swore to protect this town and the people I love. I don't need a uniform to do that.
Let's go.
Yeah! Yeah! God, I gotta do that thing and I'm putting out the phone. I should look at that. So many bombs. Sorry. Sorry, girl.
All right. you down?
We finish this one. I'll help the village, then I'll do the remaining side quests next time. 'Cause I really do have.
Good girl.
Putting it off a bit longer than I have to. I'll grab the quests after this.
You deserve a rest. That's all of them.
Oh, you're here. August waiting for you.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Would you like to see my wares? Thank you. May we meet again.
Clive!
And the Akashic.
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their own.
Well done.
Welcome back. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous out, keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
Then you're right here an apology. Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmithing. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen.
So you're wasting half of them?
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt...
What you had to do was your duty.
Even if it meant we all...
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once Dravozd is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck short enough on time as it is. Still... You,
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one. Don't want any nasty... Oh, and... Blackthorn. You and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up. They'll wash right over us.
Good idea.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the... No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic be. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I...
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravozd till I get back.
Leave it to me, and... give those things what...
Huh.
All right. Which one of you's first?
Finished!
Apparently not.
Ooh, the Chimera.
Getting past me. Let's try.
Yeah, that is actually very broken. I feel like it's not fair.
Let's roll.
Well, Shiva's broken. Completely broken.
Now, the question... Did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall, but we got the bastards.
Good. Oh, you do know?
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the rich, but mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged...
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of Edith, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more important, we'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, that's twice you've turned up when Dravoj needs, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to... And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, you'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. So I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravoj isn't what it once. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day. Because it's easy. It's not about the craft. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means...
That's a kind offer. Kinder than... There's people who trust their lives to my steel. And I daren't let them down. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to... Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling.
Knowing him... Blackthorn. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well.
Even better than I'd have.
Sid.
Another seal?
And this is?
A token of a... But I'm of a mind to make you a far grand... Designs for a certain sword have been passed down.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make... And they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoj in the first place? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand between the two of us. I'd say we're the equal of any master...
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway?
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools.
With a little help from Blackthorn, I don't see why we can't restore Dravoj to its former glory.
I'll tell you what, Clive. If we pull this off, it will ruin every other sword you've ever held.
I'll get him back to the hideaway.
Getting the quests and be done for today. Okay, 3 more side quests I can do next week. Maybe even...
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Pampiona.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible with... You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zolt, and that wet stone from the outer aisles, that'll be what gives the blood. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues.
A team effort led by the great...
Now, say it right.
To the bellows it...
Wait a minute. I might not need to get... Oh!
Well, bug.
That's a good-looking sword.
The sword to end all.
It's...
I, trust you'll take good...
Thank you.
So, does this make you pair the...
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps. It'll take more than that to earn us up, but we're up for the challenge.
A list of material.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long run.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft some...
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd...
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next.
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something...
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on now!
What do I owe the honor? I never thought, and if it hadn't been for you... What's that for you, dear?
Dark Calcum, Dark Steel, Prime.
That it?
Do you reckon we finally got to the bottom of Blackthorn's troubles then? That'd be something.
No need to thank me for the sword. I'm happy just to be here.
Right, I need to kill 2 monsters and find the Oracle. Oracle.
Canva lost. It can't be true.
I'm sorry, miss. Can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson? How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, sister.
Good, thank...
I'll fit him to the smell. May the Telemon furnace.
She's a beauty.
You saved my beacon again, Sid. And I...
It's fine, really. My bag, sir.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it.
You could just buy me a big...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff, and I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working. It's a metal, see?
Stretchy metal.
That is the spirit. So?
Thank you, White.
Shh. Don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all... Can't think of any right now, but... That's maybe even out there. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many.
They'll hardly believe they're...
Inventory maximized. Hurrah! Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go check my room. Yeah, keep that woman away from my little brother. Crazy lady. Also, next week I might actually do side quests and then try to make that sword.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastport as soon as the rebuilding work is done.
Oh, thanks. What happened in Eastport with the Bearers and the Guardians have been a long time coming. I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosario. The Duchy of Old may but Archduke Erwin's dream will burn in the hearts of many. It is through victory such as these that the fire will spread. That is only the beginning. Clive, a fine beginning it is. Alright. Martha's sign! Nice. Medicine chest! Martels. Alright. That is it for me. Okay. Thank you for watching. And if you can, like and subscribe. I stream almost every Monday. I try to stream Monday, and I'm gonna try to stream Tuesday this week again. And if I can't, I can't, but I'm gonna try. Thank you for watching, and if you can, like and subscribe. Have a good day. Good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Goodbye.